So if you planted arborvitae in August, I would plan on watering them for the next year or two. What you're going to do is cut back watering because obviously with cooler weather and a little bit more moisture or rain in the forecast, you're not going to need as much water. But plants are always perspirating, so they're always going to be losing water, which means you got to always replace that water. And so a lot of people actually forget to water their plants in the winter and think, oh, they died, they didn't make it through winter. Well, yeah, they died because they didn't get water. They were releasing water. They were perspiring water out their leaf tissues, out their pores, their stomatas, and nothing was replenishing it, right? And you know how it gets really dry in the winter? Like you can sometimes feel it in your house and like on your skin. That's a really good indicator that your plant needs water. So you may not have to water in the winter every week. Maybe it's once a month. And this time of year, maybe it's once a week or once every other. Or I was trying to say once every other week before I got cut off. The real key is before you water your plants, take your finger and stick it in the soil next to each plant. Maybe even test it on like 2 or 3 different spots. Go all the way around the plant. If the soil is wet, then you don't need to water. Now, if that soil is dry, you need to water. And if that soil is just like sopping wet, then you may need to look at that plant and potentially replant it a little bit higher, or possibly add some mulch around it to wick water away. But you don't want your plant sitting in water. The fastest way to kill a plant is actually to drown it or suffocate it through drowning with too much water. So always make sure you check before you water, especially this time of year because it's a lot less forgiving. Yeah. You just got to get those fingers dirty a little bit and put them right where that root ball is and feel for moisture. It's the only real way to know. Oddly enough, sometimes plants may get enough water on like one side of the plant and then the other side of that plant will die. So checking all the way around the plant is very important. And if you got a row of these, you want to check all of them because some of them may be getting not enough water, some of them may be getting too much water, and some of them may be just fine. And if your soil holds moisture really well, you may not have to water at all during the winter. And if it doesn't hold moisture at all, you may find yourself watering every week during the winter. So, like I said, the only way to really know is to get out there and get your hands dirty. I wish there was better advice, but that is the best advice. And that advice holds true for every season of the year. So, anytime you're watering, if you're not sure, definitely check the soil.